go home the same. I know that you have been impacted, and I know that we'll hear your story.
Amen.
One of these days, you will come and share your own story at the 10X platform.
Amen.
Is that a good one?
Yes.
So put your hands together for yourself. No, put your hands together for yourself. Yeah, that's good. All right. I wanted to start inviting you guys one after the other, but you denied me of that opportunity, and because of that, I'm going to be asking harder questions than what I planned to do. All right. Let me start from. So we know you as Pastor Yinka, but let me not do Pastor here. Let me do Mr. Yinka. So I know you are comfortable with that.
Yeah.
While you were speaking, I just discovered that you are owing me. Because I said earlier on that I was one of the people who learned how to browse desktop publishing, and I paid. Many of the people in this room today, they didn't pay to learn that thing. So you need to give me my money back. Yeah, you're owing me. You can never finish paying my money. Now, one of the things that fascinates me about you is the fact that you have gone through a series of failed businesses, and today you are standing very strong. Can you give us 3 things that you have learned in this process of failed businesses, and how you have applied them in the present business that you're doing now that is succeeding?
Okay, so if you permit me,
Yes, sir.
I made a mistake the other time. My wife was with me when I was speaking, and I did not recognize
Please
her.
recognize her so that you'll be able
I
to
don't
go
know whether I
home
will enter the
tonight.
house today or not.
Don't worry, if you
No,
can't
but now
enter, just call
she
me. I will
has
beg on
left.
your
She
behalf.
has left.
Okay.
Um,
So we'll cut this side and send to her.
yeah, please. So because we've been cutting for people, cut for me. So like I said, I think at the fulcrum of any success for me is the fact that before I embark on the journey, I know where I'm going. I know where I'm going. So it doesn't matter what I see on the way. It is the destination that is on my mind. So number one, there is a place called Worthy Place. Your mentor is also my mentor, Dr. Olumide.
Almost all of us in this room. The man is a grand mentor.
It's a grand mentor. And it means that it's a place that is divine, somewhere that you know that you are going. So just as if you are taking off now, you are going to Abuja, you know you are going to Abuja. So even if you start driving and then you get to Ore and you have flat tire, you're not going to turn back. You will repair that tire and move on. So number one is knowing your destination. Where are you going? The second point for me is focus. In the course of your journey, many things will happen. And as they happen, just keep your focus. Where are you going? Where are you going? It's not just business that failed. You know, I lost my wife of 18 years and 5 months. When that happened, I actually thought that's the end of everything. No, I've lost businesses, I've lost money, I will bounce back. But when that actually happened, that pain is incomparable. But I'm here today, I'm happier. I must say that.
I'm so impressed with the way you have rebounded in many things.
Yeah.
When you lost your wife, I think we felt it because you are a family member.
Yeah.
We attend the same church, and it was a very huge loss to all of us.
Yeah.
Having known your story of the different failed businesses you've had, and now having to lose your wife, I was feeling the pain for you. But we are very grateful to God that you have bounced back to show somebody that if you are here today and you have lost anything valuable, don't worry.
Yeah.
God has a better plan for you.
Yes, sir.
All right, Baba, today you're a farmer, but you came to steal my ideas. You came in here with the aim. You calculated well. And you came in, stole all my concepts, and went to replicate it in Ibadan. I think you owe me.
Yes, indeed, I do.
Just coming to speak at 10X is not enough payment.
I will continue to pay.
Your wife asked me a question. She hopes that I'm very happy with the fact that we have replicated ourselves in many people. And I told her that is the delight of my life.
Yeah.
When I turned 40, I had close to 50 guys who came together, gave me a befitting birthday gift. But the fact that they gave me birthday gift was not my joy. The joy was to see that we have raised people. But coming to today, we can scarcely find people who have those kind of drive, especially young people. We employ a lot of them these days. But when I look at what they are doing, I kind of smile and feel a bit hot that the drive is not there. The passion is not there. Please, can you talk to an average young person sitting here today that service and contributing to somebody else's business has a way it translates to your own business based on your experience?
Okay.
Bring the mic a little.
Let me put it this way. You should take every opportunity to serve as opportunity for apprenticeship. I read a book when I was in the university. It's called Jewish Secret for Business Success. There was another one called Jewish Phenomenon. They were talking about why Jewish people, despite their tiny population, the population of Jewish people in the world is like 0.002, right? But if you're talking about the measure of wealth they control all over the world, it is significant. About 20% of all the wealthiest people in the world are Jewish people. And what is their tactic? So they discussed in that book some of the secrets. And that's why I picked the secret of, coming to learn. Because I have been yearning for an avenue to see someone that mirrors, that future, person I want to become. I couldn't find it in my father. I couldn't find it in my environment. I couldn't find it in any of my siblings. So when I got the opportunity to see some people that carry this thing, it was beyond just coming to work. Of course, I knew, this value exchange, this thing has to be a value exchange. It means that I have to have a significant value I'm adding. You can't go to do apprenticeship for free. Think about it that way. It means that you have to bring your A game. You have to contribute immensely and humble yourself enough to learn. And when you are learning, you are not just working alone. You are learning the way these people think, why they act the way they do. What informs the big decisions. I will sit down in the office and all of a sudden, Mr. Wisdom or Mr. Olonse will come and mention one big figure. We were still in the old office in Shobowale. I'll be wondering, how do these people think about things that are this big? I've never seen people. And before you know it, there was no resources for that thing when they were saying it. Yeah. Before you know it, give it 3 months. We'll see that thing has been done. So I learned that thing, that, okay, this is one of the hacks. You conceive something big enough, bigger than, your present reality, bigger than what you can possibly, do with your resources, your present size. Conceive something big enough, right? And then you start saying it. You start, saying it to yourself well enough until you believe it. Then you start saying it to others. I learned a lot. So if you are humble enough to deliver service, to serve, to observe, right? You're serving, you are giving your hay while you are learning. You are learning everything, the leaders are doing. You are inspired by them.
Why should I come and learn when I can learn from AI? AI will teach me.
No. Okay, I think that's a very valid question.
Yeah,
sir.
AI.
Before I came to Pertinence, I have read at least 100 books. So there's a difference between knowledge and immersion. When you have knowledge, I have head knowledge. When I came to Pertinence, I was a brilliant person. Everybody I spoke to, they will know this guy is obviously brilliant, but I could not do big things. It's simply because I have not seen people that shows me that it's possible to do. And I see them carry it out every single day with one idea and the other. They execute this one, they get it done. They execute that one, they get it done. And while I'm excited, being part of all of that thing, I'm catching the spirit. So it's very, very important to humble yourself enough to contribute, learn, and catch the spirit, while at it.
Catch the spirit.
Yes.
Because there are people who got the knowledge but didn't catch the spirit.
Yes.
They came to steal an idea, but they don't have the spirit to drive the idea. We were recently in the boardroom there, where we were before we came here, and we're discussing a particular new venture we want to launch. And we're discussing some, we are tired of talking billions now. We started talking trillions in that room.
Amazing.
Yeah, we started talking trillions in that room. I just looked into the room to see that 90% of the people we were talking to, they were looking at us like mad people. That these guys, you people have come again. I had to send a message to my business partner that, let's leave the figure for now. The people we are talking to cannot capture it. And we may need to do some other work on them for them to be able to capture it. And that was how we went over that. Just to buttress what you're saying.
Yes,
Mrs. Victoria, I've known you for a number of years and I can't count how many years. We have been under the same mentorship for a number of years. And one of the things I have seen in your life is the growth. I used to say that you are one person that I've seen navigate from one multinational to another multinational to another multinational. I've never even really heard that you worked in any place that is not multinational. All right? And there are many people here today who want to work in multinationals. Can you give us 3 things that we can do just to position ourselves for that? You have shared a number of it, but just 3 things that I can say, okay, I can do to position myself, for that. I know you're not the only one. There's another person too in the church who has had that kind of trajectory, working in multinationals and all of that. And I want to build a multinational, but there are people who also want to work in multinationals.
I'm trying to think, what are the 3 things? There's so many things. But let me, I think number 1, I talked about the desire and what I said many years ago, even though I didn't know, but I asked questions around what company this is, and that desire was there. But I think, and let me be raw, factual, and real. I'm not going to quote it. I'm not going to look at faces to say this, but I will say this. Starting early makes a difference. Starting early and starting right makes a difference. So these multinationals that you're talking about, why was I able? So one of the things I did share is NYSC, I had 4 job offers. 4. Why was I able to have those offers? My results from university. There's the God factor, but there's also your choices. And when I say your choices, not only choosing the organization, but choosing to burn the midnight candle when you have to. Choosing to go the extra mile when you should. So starting right and starting early is a fundamental for many of these things. So let me leave that, because that's just the truth. Many times when I'm managing people who are already at a certain age, it's a lot more work, and then it takes a lot more prayers. So when you're in a certain age, I'm always excited when I see young people who already know what they want and they're there. So the first thing is, start right, start early. The other thing about it is you need to, so I've talked about start right, your results, and all that. But the other thing is also your hunger. I give an example. I know somebody who was a graduate, somebody related to me. And I said to her, she's at home. And my parents said, oh, I like the jobs you are doing. Mentor your cousin, mentor my cousin. So let me know even my cousin. And then I said to a graduate, you need to, which GMAT textbook are you reading? I don't think there's any multinational that will not set GMAT for that entry. And she tells me, what is GMAT? That's a university graduate. So what are you spending time on your phone? I gave her GMAT textbook. Do you understand? And I went back to her. I said, what are you doing? She said she reads on her phone. She browses on her phone. How do you read? Do you understand? Maybe I'm old school. You get the book and read. So the GMAT that I wrote to get into KPMG, and I say it before man and God, it was cover to cover. It was cover to cover.
So there is hard work to be put in.
There's hard work. It's not, people will send me LinkedIn connection, and then the next thing they will send me their CV. I don't do recruitment for my organization. It's on the website. I don't even know when they post. That's the truth. If you see me post about my organization, the recruitment team would have sent it. I'm in HR, but I don't know, because it's so segregated. So your profile, what profile do you have on LinkedIn? What do people know? If I am interviewing you, most structured organizations, like global organizations, they have a structured process. So when they're interviewing you, I can bet you they are reviewing your online profile. So what are you putting out there? Do you understand what I'm saying? So you start well, start right. But one other thing that is also very critical in today's age is service. I'm not going to just say so much on that. So when I say start well, start right, that covers your skills, covers your certifications, because in the room for one job, there are 1,001 people as well. So the question is, why will I take you? That job I said I had, that wasn't so much high. It was an 8-year experience they put in the job advert. Why did I apply? At that place I said I lost my job, I was already no more feeling it. I didn't settle. And I was asking God, I prayed. That story for another day. I've shared this story before. But God gave me a word, about why I was there. But fast forward. One of the differentiating factor, by the time they recruited, those of us they recruited, 2 of us, I found out that we had the same kind of experience. We were the most experienced, we were the most with the highest qualifications. Do you understand? We had the same kind of profile. So all those, every exam I did, I paid for myself.
But we have people today who says certificate na scam.
So let me
school na scam.
It's a lie.
You can be anything you want to be in life without school.
So I will say that word, it's a lie in context. Look at all the speakers who spoke today. Is there any one of them that didn't talk about their schooling? I see the quiet.
Even me that didn't go, I later went by fire.
Exactly, and I know that it would have had some impact.
Yeah, it had.
Maybe significant impact.
There have been things that I wanted to apply for, and they say, "What's your highest level of education?" And I'm like, "Okay, let me speak some grammar," and the grammar is not held. That was what led me. I quickly saw a particular MBA they were doing. They call it executive MBA. I rushed to Dubai to go and do executive MBA. Stayed 1 week in the class, after which we graduated and collected certificate. At least just to, when they ask you, what do you have? I present it. Started on that one. When I finish it, I present it. Now, when you ask me that question, why not? I have something to put. This is the education.
So your education is not even about your certification alone. It's the process your mind goes through.
Yeah.
In that process, the things that your mind is open to. And as you even go higher, that MBA you did is not only the course, it's not only certificate, it's the people you had in the room.
I had it.
So when I was saying that I chose LBS, when those people said the people who have taken from LBS, it was a consideration. Some of the decisions I have taken. So I said I'm not a business person. I focus more on investment. But some of those opportunities came from people I met in the class. The kind of people as well. So I would say that education is not a scam. It's deciding how you go through it and how it goes through you that matters. And also looking at your area. So when you say, so let me just end it here. Any multinational you want to work in, there are people there. Go check their profile on LinkedIn. What do they have? What has been their trajectory? What certifications do they have? Which of them can you connect with to serve? I have an assistant here today. Truth, please wave. I'm setting you up. Truth reached out to me on LinkedIn. I don't know her from anywhere. She serves with me today, volunteering. Have I ever paid you a salary? Not like I cannot, but she just came and said, I want to serve you. The way she manages our Inspire for Impact community, you would think, do you understand? And she just came on LinkedIn. But there are one-on-one sessions we have had, even up to last week. She had to take a career decision. I committed to spending time with her just because she's 7. And she's here today. If I tell you where she came from, she called me this morning. I'm coming here.
Wow. Mr. Yinka, thank you very much, man. That was insightful. Mr. Yinka,
Yes, sir.
how do I pick up my pieces when I'm scattered? Because that has been some of the experiences you've had. I'm scattered. Somebody even asked that question. I don't want to just read it the way he wrote it, but I'm scattered. I have many things not working. You know, I'm at the verge where I want to give up. What do I do?
Okay, I think, so because of time, one of the things that has actually helped me is having a connection with God. I gave my life to Christ when I was 17. I was just out of secondary school. So in the midst of all the storms of life, you always see God there. In fact, I was in the midst of the mourning of my late wife when God spoke to me about how the journey of, he said, I'm going to give you another wife within 7 days. I wasn't, of course, you can't think of that. This was somebody that was not sick, bam, died, and God was already telling you. See, there's no how you can overcome any storm in this life if you don't have connection with God. The storm will overcome you. Now, of course, when you now know God, there are other things that you need to now pay attention to. Number one is, practically, in the midst of all of those things, I have fellowship with God. And then it will give you specific things. It will lead you. I told you about the story of how I came into a structured real estate. Like I said, I was already doing real estate in 2013, but I got in contact with Clement Oladipupo in 2016. It was God who ordered my step. I wanted him to borrow me money to rent apartment and bring my family back. And then from one thing to the other, I said, no, don't worry, we'll give you an accommodation. Can you come and work with us? And that's how. That can only be God. The truth is, there was no how I would have taken a job from him if it wasn't God. So when I said don't be proud, well, maybe I would have been, because in terms of age, I'm older than him. Maybe I started my first business before he could start business. I'm just giving practically now. And then with all due respect, there was no how.
There's also a need for you to be humble.
Yeah.
Because some people get to a point where that's why I usually advise that people, as a young person, fail as much as you can.
Yeah.
Because when you are old and you fail, there's
it's difficult
pride.
to come back. He's my mentor.
He's our mentor.
Sometimes I will see.
I hope I'm not a tormentor.
You're not a tormentor. So if you're not humble, storms of life will overcome you. So to help you, number one, look back what caused that storm. Number two, see opportunity in every adversity. Every time you fail is an opportunity for you to do something differently to come back. Number three, there is no storm that comes to your life that God will allow to overcome you if you stay connected with him. He said there is no temptation that comes our way that is not common. So whatever you are going through is common. He said even in the midst of that temptation, God is able. Is able. And so once you have connection with God, you learn from every mistake. Number two, don't be proud to start all over again. Oh, there are costs to that, really. Starting all over has its own cost. I mean, a lot of costs. I mean, it's like, wow, this is not where I'm supposed to be. Right? You are looking, this is somebody I'm supposed to be mentoring. You know? But really, if life has happened to you, it has happened. My brother, don't die there. Wake up, pick up your pieces, and move on.
Thank you very much. Yeah. I believe somebody has gotten something. Mr. Babatunde,
So,
the place of mentorship. You have emphasized on it that it is important. But how have you been able to apply that, how have you been able to go through the journey of mentorship and apply it literally to the things you are doing that you are now successful? Because I was still discussing with somebody recently, and I said, who is your mentor? He said, he doesn't really have a mentor. I said, okay. One thing I know about this generation is that they feel that I can mentor myself. All right? The internet is there to mentor me. If I need to listen to anybody, I can listen to anybody. But you know that there are things that you watch on the internet that just working with us, that's where you got it. There are things that I can't come and talk on the internet. All right? I was still talking to the same person. I said, the reason why I take you around, it's not for you to work for me or carry my bag. It's so that you can see. You can hear. when I'm doing conversation, when I'm engaging in some negotiation, you will hear the things I'm saying. And I expect you to be very wise enough to pick things. But I just want to ask you the question. You were mentored. Today you are a multi-millionaire doing business in billions. Please, where is the place of mentorship in all of these things? Is this still relevant?
Wow. I feel that mentorship is extremely relevant. I made mention of something earlier, which is the fact that the reason why you are not getting the results you desire is because you don't know how. It takes humility,
One of my friends has a company. The name of the company is Know How Limited. True life story.
Wow. It's because you don't know how, right? So it makes a lot of sense to lean on someone that is a mirror image of someone that has gone through where you are going to, and this applies to different fields, right? Because ultimately, as an entrepreneur, you will do a lot of other different things. For me personally, one aspect of my life that I've never, one territory I'm just climbing into is politics. And
yeah. Governor.
And this particular area is somewhere that the terrain is very, very different from the business terrain. It's something that you need to understand certain things. If you don't have someone that has gone ahead of you, or some people that you can glean one of course, these people might not hold your belief, because this is something you need to understand. Your belief system, I'm a devoted Christian, right? Your belief system might be a little bit different from their belief system. But when it comes to the education of the road, they have it. They have gone through what you want to go through, and they have, that valuable insight. So I feel mentorship has been one very important thing that has, really, really accelerated my journey. If you want to do these things by yourself, it will cost you enormous time to start making mistakes, trial and error. There are a lot of things that it looks like very, very big problem to you right now. And when you speak about it, you are already, it's like this problem you are facing will be the end of you, right? And when you raise this with a mentor, you just be wondering, when they dismantle the idea, you just be wondering, why exactly have I been panting? It is because while this is the biggest thing in your life right now, they are, let me use a descriptive, it's like primary one for them. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like a primary one experience for them. And imagine someone that has gone to the university and a primary one person is having problem, 1+2. Do you get what I'm saying? The mentor will show you this is exactly how it is done. What it does is it cut down your years of tribulation. It cut down your years of trial and error, and it makes the journey. Of course, you won't do without troubles. You will still
go through your own troubles.
You still have your own personal orders. Do you get what I'm saying? But what it does is that it drastically shortens that time.
So if I may, sir.
Yes, sir.
I came to you sometimes. We were talking. I was planning that we want to go into off-plan. And then you were telling me the story of how off-plan took you off-plan. I don't know if you remember.
I was cut off by off-plan.
So that saved me a lot of money. Sincerely. And, we also have planned to own our bank. And you remember I had conversation with you. See, you can't go far if you don't have a mentor. That's just the truth about it.
I don't know. I can't remember who said it. That if I've ever seen beyond, what I can see, it's because I rode on the shoulders of the man who has gone ahead of me. I remember one time I had a clash with a very powerful man in this country. If I mention the person's name, you will know the person. The person bought the land from us. Powerful man, and defaulted in payments. And I know it's not like he doesn't have the money. Maybe he was overtaken by many things, and we decided to do based on policy of the organization. He had 2 allocations. We told one, merged the money to the other one, and allocated one to him. The man got mad. That, do I know who he is? That he would deal with me, he would bring down the company. And he's somebody that, yes, he will not be able to bring down the company, but he will shake the company if he does. All right, and I was there. I received the call. He spoke 99.9% of the time. And after he finished, he said, Wisdom, did you hear what I said? I said, yes, sir. And that was it. He called the phone. And here I was, inside my big car, inside AC, being driven by my driver, and I was sweating. What will I do? What am I going to do now? But this man is wrong. Now you are wrong. You defaulted. I took off phone and I called my mentor, Dr. Olumide Emmanuel. I said, sir, I've entered. This is the person. He send me all the details. Few hours later, he called me. He said, done. I said, what is done? He said, I've told him. He can't have the land. Nothing will happen. Just move on. He said, yes. Just ensure that you complete the documentation for that one and all of that. Before I knew it, the man called me. So how do we proceed? Okay, my guys will get in contact with you. It was done. How was it done? Mentor connection. I was in this office this year. One of my mentees called. They are carrying me. They are taking me. I don't know where they're taking me to. Say, okay, don't worry. Before you get there, somebody will be waiting for you. By the time he got there, he was the one they have case against. The case turned against the person that took him there. Because really, he wasn't at fault. But that's what it takes to have mentors. I have been there. They've never carried me before. They will never carry me. But you can't do real estate and not have such issues.
Troubles, yeah.
But what we see sitting down, some people think they can see it by climbing up. And by the time they fall, they say, nobody took care of us. Lastly, Madam Victoria, are you fulfilled as a career person? If you had a choice, would you have chosen business against career?
So I won't answer that question the yes and no, and I'll tell you why. I will say yes, I'm fulfilled, and I'll tell you why. Because I don't just do career. So what career has done for me has given me the platform to do every other thing that I want to do. So with the growth I have experienced in career, I'm able to inspire people. I run my foundation now, and that for me is fulfillment. When I see people say that I was able to run, turn the trajectory of my career just because I connected with Inspired for Impact, that's fulfillment. Fulfillment is not in the job.
Yeah.
Neither will it be in the business. It's in the impact.
There are people here who want to pursue career.
Yes.
But they are afraid that the way business people talk, they make it look like career people.
Like when I was sitting there.
It make it look like if you're in career, you don't really have a future. Even some motivational speaker will say it. They say it's not a job, it's a jail.
Yes, it's a prison.
It's a prison. It's golden handcuffs and all of that.
So where I am now, my salary is not a prison. I'm not so. Don't get me wrong. Like you were saying, it's not like it's billions or anything. But I cannot say my salary is a prison. Do you understand what I'm saying? I can't.
You are even better than some entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it depends on what you want. So I said start early. A lot of things that we don't have the time to say.
Yeah.
Build the skills, make the right connections, know what happens in your field of interest, in your your field of endeavor. But most important thing, another thing that links to that, when people say business, passion, career, where you found whatever your hands find to do, do it well. Some of you will transition from career to business, but the experience you had while being a career professional is what will now help you to sail through that business. For some of you, permit me to also go spiritual. Some people might not thrive in their business because they did not manage somebody else's business well when they were career people. So to answer your question, am I fulfilled? Yes. Can I do more as a career person? Yes. Am I doing much more than my day-to-day? People ask me all the time, how do you do? My colleagues ask me, how do you do what you do? I go for a training in Port Harcourt. If I'm in Port Harcourt 3 days, I'm running a mentoring session in Port Harcourt, free of charge. I come home, even when the job, I might not be the, but that platform gives me comfort. But guess what? Because I have also grown in my career, I am able to get money to invest. There are investments that will bring you more money than the toil of some entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
So choose your focus. If you're a career person, build it. And if it's time to transition, why not? The people who have successfully transitioned. And I have a friend, so depending on where you are, I work in an environment where there's a lot of conflict of interest issues. There are things I cannot do. Today, people invite me to speak. I am known. But because of impact, COVID was where it started from. I reached out to friends who were entrepreneurs. Oh, this is what you do. I was reaching out to them, running a lot of sessions where entrepreneurs were joining. How to manage their people. Do I sack people? Do I reduce salary? Do I do garden leave? So there were a lot of things that were being asked then. My knowledge came to bear. And now, people are calling just because of that place of impact. If I decide to leave paid employment today, in fact, I have some people, he's one of them that always said, go and launch out. My prayer partner is always telling me, go and launch out. If I decide to leave paid employment today, I already have clients who will pay me.
Yeah.
While, do you understand what I'm saying? Because I have created that structure while still working. Whatever your hands find to do, please do it well.
Yeah.
Give it your best while still create. But don't, I'm sorry to talk too much, but let me tell you this. Don't never be blindly loyal. Right? Because that's one part of the question that people miss. What's fulfillment? Fulfillment is not only pay. Fulfillment for you can also be, what am I growing where I am? Some people stay in environments where they are not fulfilled, they are not happy, but because they feel they must be loyal. Do you understand what I'm saying? What's your definition of loyalty? Build yourself such that when you need to move, you have enough to move. You are not staying because you don't have an option.
Thank you very much. While you were talking, I was just Googling the Red Lobster is a restaurant in North America. And recently they employed a Nigerian as their CEO. And while I was checking, they said his estimated net worth is over $10 million.
And he's a career person.
General Electric had a particular CEO at one time who was more like the highest earning CEOs of all time, and he was a career person. So there comes a time when your company grows even bigger than what you ever expected. And there has to be somebody who will engineer the entire process. And the person will have to be a career person.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you are in career and you see yourself climbing that ladder, deliberately take the things that they have said today and begin to climb the ladder. I wish you had more time to talk much more. I have more questions to ask. There are a lot of questions from the audience, but unfortunately, we will not be able to take those questions. But I want to say a very big thank you to all of you for sharing your stories, for sharing your experience and impacting and even inspiring us today. We really appreciate it. Thank you very much, and God bless you.